said I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top.
Boy, I don't know hesitation creeping in, but you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires are so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in, make me feel. Make me feel. For the ground, I know I'm not a man. At my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I loud dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that it's here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Wow.
Good morning all. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. We back. Let's go. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing good. Let's get it. Let's see what's going on for today. All right. Morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better. Slowly but surely, we are getting through it. Man, I got hit hard. Very, very hard. Never been like this in God knows how long, thankfully, but oof, crazy. You're froze? Bro, I don't know what's going on with my camera. That's weird. Keeps freezing. How about now? Yeah, it is freezing for some reason. That is weird. Let me turn it off and restart it. See if that works. Fever? No, I first had like a virus, and then after having a virus, I had some sort of bacterial infection. So then I had a second round. So I was out for a second round. Man, I was in bed for like 3 days straight. It was crazy. Couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't even look at my phone screen. Like it was bad. I don't know. Just getting over it. Yesterday, first day that I get to my PC. Today, I'm still, recovering, but good enough to sit at PC today. Just trying to fix this stupid camera. I don't know why it's gone all AWOL. That's working now, but I don't know why it freezes. Very weird. If it freezes again, we'll see. So yeah, what a drop here on gold, right? I didn't see any news that caused this type of drop here. Must have just been some volume, as you can see. Obviously we have some gold bullish pressure coming through. I mean, not gold, oil bullish pressure. So it could play into that, obviously. But let's see what's happening. Where has it led us into? Now, it's really, normally we get a headline with this, really hasn't been, but it's just to be honest, this oil, right? We're seeing a lot of oil as no deal is being pushed through. I mean, not on Bank of Japan. Japan has no influence at this because of oil as well, right? If we didn't see the same move on oil, then okay, but oil moved up. That's what's very important, right? We have oil moving up, which I mentioned earlier on. That's it. So if it was Bank of Japan, we would not see oil react like this, right? What's very interesting is we don't see the same reaction here in NASDAQ. We don't see really the same reaction here. We see a little bit of a spike, got bought back up, but nothing close to what gold did here. Gold candle here was worth, from break of low, let's say 260 pip candle, right? So not a small candle here. And yeah, this is, definitely something interesting to see. But let's see where it's led us on gold, what we can make out of it, and then see what's up. So daily time frame now trading below the daily support here. And excuse me, and we're just hovering below there. There's no close yet on a daily time frame, and 4-hour time frame as well. We yet to have a close. We came and revisited this 4-hour support. I mean, we can consider that basically tapped, revisited here, and yeah, a lot of bearish pressure coming in. Now this candle makes things tricky because it's a very big candle here that's basically come and taken up a lot of the range down towards that 4-hour support. So we are trying to bounce a little bit from the lows here, Do we consolidate or bounce is the question. Very hard to say. Sometimes we like to consolidate, sometimes we like to play a bounce, okay? At the moment, we're slowly trying to bounce back up. You know, lower time frame has made a higher low already, triggering into a little bit of a counter bounce scalp there. And now we're going to see if we're going to consolidate or we're going to bounce a little bit higher. If we get the same setup on 5, it's also valid to try a little bit of upside. If not, then we can analyze otherwise. But in terms of bias, we can obviously see previous daily bearish, previous 4-hour bearish. So it's giving us a bearish bias. If we're looking at DAX here, mostly in a consolidation, same as US 30. Looks very much the same. We can see a lot of indecision here as there's no deal being made and a lot of uncertainty and oil being pushed up here. Now on DAX, trading it after the open is going to be the name of the game. So I'm personally now going to trade DAX after London Open, not before. DAX was a pair that used to trade very well before London Open. Now the time to trade DAX is after London Open. Now I know I don't stream too long after London Open, but we'll analyze it a little bit more after London Open. And then I trade it normally with the guys in the group and analyze it more. So I've been more on the watching side of you know, more on the look-see type of side when it comes to DAX for now, but I'm starting to see some patterns, and I continue to watch those patterns. Now today might be a bit more range based, based on yesterday as well. If you look at yesterday's price action, we were range based as well during the London session here. So if we look at London session and we start off from London Open, which was let's go see London Open somewhere around here. This is London Open here. There we go. So this is London session yesterday. Asian session push up. London session, we can see here, that is London Open, tries to push down. Bar number 2 of London Open pushes back up. Bar number 3 pushes back down. Bar number 4 pushes back up. Bar number 5 pushes back down. So we essentially have London Open, well, pre-London, even we have pre-London here. So this is pre-London bar 1. So this is right this is pre-London. What's happening with my text, bro? This is nuts, this text box. Bro, hello. Man, fuck this shit, man. That's pre-London. This would be London. Right, so if we start to analyze and study this pattern here, right, look at pre-London, bar 1, positive, bar 2 range, bar 3 range, bar 4 range, London Open push down, then followed by range. So we only have one volume time that gave somewhat of a move, which was on the open, which is your high risk time, very hard time to trade. And then after we have bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, bar 5. Bar 5 resolves towards downside. Bar 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then finally give direction. Okay, so very, very, very important to understand that mostly range, okay, that we saw even London pre-London. If we take the same Friday session as well, you can see very similar pattern in Friday session as well, where we have, let's have a look here, go to Thursday, Friday. Oh, that was Friday session, my bad. So that was Friday session. So I'll show you Monday will be the same. So let's go see Monday. Yeah. So this is Monday session here. So we have London Open here, where we stay in the range. We have pre-London here, 10 o'clock. So again, here's our range. We stay in the range for London. We come back down. If you look at it on 5 in this scenario, it's going to be a lot more clear about how we range. There we go. Bar 1 positive. Try some upside, fail. Try some more upside, fail. London open candle gives you the push up. Lack of continuation, failure. Back inside the range. We try again. We fail. So you can see from point A, where do we start pre-London? We start pre-London here. We finish by London open back here, right? So we stay within that range, and then by 5, by bar 5 again, we try to resolve the bottom of the range, boom, and we reverse, staying back inside of the range. Okay, so today if we go and we check our ranges for today, right, and we look at what's happening for today, we're trying to breach outside of our range, which hadn't happened the day before. If we snap back inside the range here, there's a likelihood that we start to do what? Fill this range based on what we saw, right? Since we will play the range. Do we have daily to support that? No, daily close bearish, but respecting support. Do we have 4-hour to support that? Actually, yes, 4-hour time frame does support us, because 4-hour time frame is giving us a bullish candle close on previous. So that idea can still play out. Okay, so today, very simple. If we hold resistances below, we'll be looking for sells. If we snap back inside the ranges, you can start to look for buys based on the idea that the range should be filled. Now, NASDAQ here, on the other hand. NASDAQ doesn't really work the same. That is for DAX. NASDAQ has actually been trending. As we can see, daily time frame looks absolutely nuts. Previous daily kind of relaxing a little bit. 4-hour time frame trying to make a lower high here. It's actually not the first time, but kind of the second time we've had a lower high in this move, but significant lower high to where we are potentially going to make a lower low right now. That's going to be very important, because in this rally up, we would have not made a lower low just yet. So we will see if we are able to respect these zones, or do we snap back up and close back within this 4-hour support. So bias is still mixed though. We're coming from the bottom of the range. This is not a bad place for us if we want to bounce, to try to bounce. We have some more room here. Let's just mark the... Wait, I think that's a... double check a few things. Get that 1 hour in. And let's get the 30-minute in as well. So if we want to respect ranges, then we will respect ranges, and we will start to try continue back up here. So in order to see that, I want to see price close at least bullish on a 15-minute in 8 minutes here, and then potentially I can look for some upside. Only problem is we have potential fundamentals against us, because we are seeing a move bullish on oil as well here. We are retracing this move. This should be happening the same on gold here. So this retracement doesn't mean that it's going to be a reversal. We could now make a higher low on oil. We are trading opposite compared to oil. So this could be a retest on oil. Right now we're approaching this support right here. So this could be the end of the retracement. We don't know, but we have to trade what we can see. And we can obviously see that there is some bearish pressure coming in, but this could just be a retest here. We had a very strong move back up. Retest can be imminent here, and then boom, we can start to bounce towards the upside, and then that'll be it, game over. This will start to topple over, and then we can also take some sells from that as well. So yeah, no change of structure on 5 or anything yet. We did get a 15-minute candle closing bullish, which is nice to give you the start of a bounce here, and then it's dependent on volume. 5-minute no bottom wick here. Let's see how this candle ends up closing in 2 minutes, and then we can see if we want to react off this place on oil, right? If we react on this place on oil, boom, we could actually start to see potential potential downside for gold. So yeah, What's your average RR? 1 to 55. That's my average RR, 1 to 55. Yeah. The last trade I took was this trade right here for that risk reward. So entered, very simple entry, entered here. Stop loss was here. 13 pip stop loss. And then targeted the lows here for, look, 55, right? Exactly 55. You see? So 1 to 55. This was an easy entry here, but you know, I just missed this entry here. It was a little bit lazy. So this would be an easy entry as well. What a shame. Yeah, it was not very smart. Easy money, that one. I like your replies, bro. 1 to 55. Yeah, that's my average RR. Sometimes more, 1 to 100, you know, stuff like this. One to 420 is my favorite, yeah, but those don't come too often because, you know, it's a big risk to reward, that one. So yeah, anyways, that's the analysis for today, guys. Thank you guys for listening. We went pretty in depth with DAX. Definitely a lot of golden information. If you haven't already, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. I would appreciate it. 100 of you in here. Only 19 likes. We can do the YouTube business. I would appreciate. So let's see what's going on with NASDAQ here. We see NASDAQ here trying the bounce here. Now, the only thing that I am scared about is obviously if Brent starts to bounce here, then NASDAQ will go down. I do like the idea of this 5 closing above here. Is it enough? I really can't say at the moment. I'm going against what trend has been doing, which is always the most risky thing to do, right? Every time we have just collapsed. So why am I gonna be right? I need more confirmations. We are at 1 hour support, so it's not the stupid place to buy. That's not a stupid place to buy, but look at last time. We needed a 1 hour candle bullish. All of these tried, they failed. 1 hour candle bullish, started it. Same story on 30, even a 30 candle bullish. First we went down, broke the 30-minute low, then we changed structure on 30-minute, then we went up. Right, we changed structure on 30-minute, not even 15. If you look at 15, was a complete mess, you know. So I'm not convinced just yet. Have you checked the sorry, one sec. Have you checked the 5-minute on NAS? Yeah. I've checked the 5-minute on NAS. This is what we just explained, right? So yeah, let's see what's happening with gold. Still no 5-minute structure on gold. Just excuse me 2 minutes, guys. Just need to go to the toilet 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, guys. All right, so still I'm lacking this 5-minute structure, you know. Morning, Bala. Crazy 30-minute S3. Yeah, I saw this, man. Massive spike. Good. Good to see that you didn't set TP, so you could have fun with that. That was sick. Did you close out down here, or where did you close? Get well soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 1 to 3. Nice, man. Massive one. That's fun. That is nice. That was a good spike, man. So DAX snapped back in the range. Now I prefer to trade DAX after they open here. So I have to stick to my rules because of what's happening, you know, with DAX these days. But this would be typically something that would trigger me long. Rebreak of high. Today, do I make an exception? I'm very tempted. But temptation normally doesn't lead to good results. And fundamentally, we just do not have that supporting us, right? Potential sells on gold. We have to see. What do you see? What do you see? Oil on what's the best on to see it on to. Whoa, 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 bro. Fucking hell. Brother. Can you please read what you wrote? What do you see oil on what's the best on see it on to trading view? Bro. You're from England, man. What the fuck? What tool are you using to look at oil? No, it's not what tool. What do you see oil on what's the best? Maybe he's asking what provider I'm using. It's called TVC for US oil and Black Bull for Brent. That's who I use. He's high on tea grass. I mean, if yesterday was Sunday, maybe he was out late, you know, we could say, you know. But now what's the excuse we have to find? All right, so look at this. 1 minute straight push. 1 minute now trying to reverse. 15-minute trying to make up its mind. NASDAQ trying to close. I think if NASDAQ can get through these lows, we probably have some more downside. We break through on a first 5 minute candle closing below. We could see some sells. We need a strong close though. If not, we're going to liquidity grab the lows and start an upside push. Same on DAX. Right now we're consolidating. Mr. Peter, huh? Back, huh? What a shame of me to miss gold this morning. How's your health? Brother, I'm slowly getting better, man. This one fucked me up, man. Did you do a corona test? Nah, fuck that, man. Whatever I got. Who cares? Harry, would you take golds on 5 minute sell? Would you need the 15-minute closing bearish? I wouldn't take it on the 5 minute like this. I would want to see it make a bigger top wick. You could take it, but in that case, I want to be in early, not from here. Here's late. I don't want to hold this. You know, you need the top wick. You need the top wick. You know, I had the same flu for 2 weeks. Yeah, something like that, man. This one's not change of season, so you know, this I got a virus, and then I also got a bacterial infection from someone, and it was both together. That's why it hit me so hard. Because I got better, remember, midweek? I got better midweek. Very good, but wait before you go to gym, brother. I haven't been in gym for 7 days, man. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, Harry, but I think you was too early. You have this
Last
2
time,
days,
yeah.
and this,
That's why I got it again.
yeah, and it could be very hard then the second time. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened exactly. Because the first time I thought it was just a flu, you know?
Yeah. Sorry,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, it's good. It's good. I thought it was just, normal flu, seasonal flu. Who cares? You feel a little bit better, you'll be over it. But no, I got some sort of bacteria. So this time I have to take everything easy.
Very good.
Yeah. Make yourself some Jamaican sorrel drink, you'll be sorted. What's in that, man? Sorry, boss, I have one question. No, you're not granted a question. First day back, you need to attend. Could be bioweapon. I mean, yeah, pretty good bioweapon. Disable your military for sure, if they all caught this. Did you trade during recovery? No, I couldn't even look at my phone, man. Dried hibiscus, very good. Flowers with fresh ginger, very good. Pimento berries, very good. Cinnamon, orange peel. Yeah, that sounds great, man. That sounds great. Add rum to it. You can't forget, brother. Is that the man flu? No, I wish it was the man flu. Then we could just be done with it. So we see gold pushing down here. We didn't get this 5 minute giving us nice top wick to give us an entry that would have been okay if we got something like that. But with this 1 minute pushing straight like this, we're selling right here, asking for a slap, right? Especially, look, we're selling right at the retest zone here. Futures also 15 minute, guys, has no top wick as well on futures. So I know we have a top wick here, but on futures there's no top wick. So that is something that, obviously plays into some sort of thing. I've also have on my other monitor NQ. I rather wait for a 15 minute close at this point. There's too many wicks for me here. To trust a sell to directly play out. I mean, it can play out, but just too many wicks. Every time this is a big liquidity zone. So if we draw a little box here on our liquidity zone, we need to leave this box. I feel confident if we leave this box. If not, I think we're going to use this box as support. DAX, what is DAX trying to do? DAX trying to break up higher, actually. So it's a very good bottom wick on DAX. Again, I'm very tempted to take DAX. This would be something that I would normally go long on without a doubt, with my eyes closed. But I have to adapt the strategy on DAX these days. DAX is being more consistent after open. You need dirty Harry bottle full of herbs. All right, done. Let's do it. After stream, I'll give you my remedy that works every time. Simple, effective, and has scientific explanation. Sounds good. You can tell me. Now, I got given antibiotics, but the doctor fucked up, man. He fucked up. He gave me very bad antibiotics. So if you guys are someone who's active, make sure you check what type of shit they're giving you. I was just sick, I just took them, and then I figured out later that it has very bad effects. to ligament health. How long have you been sick? Since last Saturday. So Saturday to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 10 days. Geez, and everyone's starting to give you remedies. Yeah, I should have taken more rest, but I really just thought it was a flu, you know? So yeah, last week I just continued as normal. Took like 2 days off from gym, thought it was enough. Came back, continued as normal, we streamed as normal. Everything was as normal, and then pop! Game over. Right, so we're getting a strong bounce here from the bottom of the range. Get married so someone can take care of all and make all your remedies. At what cost? So because I don't plan to be sick during my marriage, you know, so maybe hire a wife for a week just to make you remedies. Thoughts on FOMC? We don't have FOMC till when? We have FOMC on Wednesday, tomorrow. We'll speak about it tomorrow. Show up to tomorrow's stream. I'll do a bit of homework tonight as well. But honestly, they're going to keep rates the same for sure. And they're just going to speak about oil and how that's going to pressure inflation, right? Because higher gas prices, pressure on inflation. But remember, US make money in this, right? Because they are selling their oil hard, right? They get to sell the US oil. $30-minute close here. Let's see how the 30-minute closed here. Doji on this 15-minute candle closing with rejection. DAX, obviously, we're closing bullish here. Again, I really want to be long index, but I have to trust what has been happening. 5-minute time frame can look very interesting here for NASDAQ. Only problem is we're stuck in a range, and I do not want to buy at the top of the range. It makes no sense if we're going to be stuck in look at this nasty 1-minute range. So I want us to leave the range. I could put a potential pending order right up here, but it's just very late. What type of stop would we be looking? 30 points is not small for London. That's a 30-point move just to get a 1-to-1. It's not a small move. You're basically looking at retracing most of the range. So I rather see in 13 minutes this candle close bullish and then I buy. DAX, how would I buy DAX? Because now I'm just getting tempted. I would buy off another pullback. So if we pull back again, I'd buy. We have retested this range, which is beautiful because this was the only part where I was concerned about. So if we can pull back, create a support, I can try again. But this is where I'm concerned that this is just a retest. 15-minute will close bearish and that's it, game over. You can already see how hard we're pushing down, and that's why I had to stay disciplined to stay out, because this is really what DAX has been doing. I'm looking for a setup 5 on 15-minute. Let's see. It's just loading. Give it a sec, bro. Yalla, yalla. Okay, there. Yeah, that is a pretty tight range. I would be careful about that. You know, you want to also keep in mind, man, every time, like since this morning, we've been bouncing here. Right? You need to also check what happened with the Bank of Japan this morning, what was said. Are we supporting a stronger dollar right now? Because Asian session has resolved to upside. Right? So this could just do this for more of this. Then you'd want to be a buyer from here. You know, so just keep that in mind. Right now it's in a very difficult spot because you're looking to sell mid-range. Whereas if you were a buyer from down here, you're buying from bottom range, but you're basically like it has a lot more upside than it does downside. So you're saying that this is the high of the session. Why would this be the high of the session? You can be right, but there needs to be that confirmation. Why is this the high of the session? You know? What do we have to support that is the high of the session? Damn, setup 1. Breakout. Should we trade GBP JPY, my friends? No. Man didn't even want to say it in English. Straight. 9. Didn't even want to speak English. Straight. No. Are you sure? 5 minutes closing below. Easy sells, no? Is this a word? In German? What does it mean? Means attention? Okay. Caution, yeah, so yeah, that's it. This is caution here. I'm actually happy I didn't take this freaking DAX. This is exactly what I was talking about, how DAX will trap you, you know? I'm telling you guys, 1 year ago, this long here, money printer. Look at how many liquidity grabs, everything you have. Liquidity grabs, 30-minute close, everything. 5-minute structure, break of 5-minute structure, setup 5. Now you're being trapped. So now at least we don't have to be trapped. Now we can just find out. If support is formed, we can join the longs. If no support is formed, let it sell off. We don't lose. Right? So both ways we practically win here. Gold as well. Gold could be nice if we get a 5-minute change of structure. We could try to play this bounce. If NASDAQ wants to start to really get below this box here, you know, we can look for shorts. I really would have preferred a 15 to close below. Would have been a lot nicer. But let's see. We are tapped the bottom of the box now. We're reacting. And DAX is on its way to meet next X. DAX, I'm finding a way to manage. Thank you, NASDAQ. Thank you. This is very kind candle you have given us. What a great candle here. Amazing, NASDAQ. Thank you so much. It's okay, we have options. Man, if gold can flip here, I don't mind playing a bounce. You know, get the 5 above. Would be quite nice. Yeah, I think we would need a liquidity grab for that to work, because gold likes to be nasty like that. So we'd need to see a little bit of a maybe test 4-hour support at the same time, and then we can get above here, then we long. I wonder if I have the balls to long from here down here. So instead of waiting for the break of structure, I trust the idea and go from here. And then if we don't break structure, I'm still in profit. It's riskier, but if I calculate it, it's probably the same risk. Especially look how close we are to flipping the 1-hour candle. So any upside move will flip that 1-hour candle bullish. So you don't have to worry about being on the wrong side of the 1-hour candle. You don't have to worry about being on the wrong side of the 30-minute candle. You don't have to worry about being on the wrong side of the 15-minute candle, and you're protected by support. So yeah, that liquidity grab and then buying from inside the range again is going to make sense. So your buy would be somewhere like that, and then boom, then you expect that at least to get back up towards the high. But if you get that, like, you know, if you start to calculate, let's say you get an entry somewhere here, you run your stops below 4-hour supports, like 68 pip stops, to get back up just towards these highs, not even to, you know, let's say, does that match the, yeah, matches the 15-minute high. Just to get back to 15-minute high, you're at almost a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Just back to 15-minute high. So I'd love to see a liquidity grab. Would be nice. Now without the liquidity grab, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it without. 5-minute just closed below. Hopefully it won't be a 45-minute trade. It won't, because if you're gonna be wrong, you're buying from super low that it'll just fail and stop you out. Like the 45-minute trade is if you're buying up here, because then you might just get stuck in that. You know, then it stops you out. Whereas if you're buying from down here, if it's gonna fail, it'll fail fast. If not, then you'll be in profit most of the trade. Alright, so 5-minute open here, pushing already, no bottom wick, no top wick, no close above. 4 minutes for this 15. We could take a buy off this 15. Again, I really would prefer liquidity grab. It's gonna add that extra layer. So let's just see how this 15 closes. This might just be a trap. We just broke the high, triggered in some early buyers here. Now gold might want a trap, and that trap can lead into our buy option. 1 minute is lacking a lot of structure as well. Bit of a head and shoulders pattern on 1 minute, showing us what? Weakness, right? Doesn't mean it's an entry option, unless that's your rules to look for 1 minute head and shoulders, but it can show us a bit of weakness. That why does head and shoulders show weakness? Because this shows that we tried to make a high, we fail at that high. We make a higher high but fail and come back towards the lows. We try again to break through that high, but we fail again. So it's showing that every time buyers try to take control, we fail. Buyer take control, fail. That's what it's showing. You know? What do you think about 5 minutes on NAS? We're just lacking range for how much stop loss you have to keep. You know, minimum stop loss you have is above 5-minute structure. We have a 30 minutes sitting below. We just lack range. You know? That's the problem with NASDAQ at the moment. So you sell back towards this 30, let's say, which you could break even at ideally. Remember, we're selling more towards the lows of the range here. So you could break even there. Stop loss would have to go about 25 points. Your target is only 7 points. So is it worth it to get break even? To get a 1-to-1 with a 20, and that's tight. You should have a 30-point stop loss, but we'll run it aggressive for a 24.5 point. That's your 1-to-1, you know. Already tapped, rejected 30 on futures, far from its CFDs. How do you interpret that? I consider it tapped then, because you'd be entering on futures. Remember, on futures, the 1 hour is also closing below. Yeah, so then it just invalidates the trade anyways. Can you not just run it above that 5? No, you can't. Let me show you why. Let's say in theory you took this setup. Remember, we're trading London here, and you wanted to put your stop loss above the 5. So let's put one position here with stop loss above the 5, and let's put one position here with stop loss above the structure. Ideally the wick is where it should be. With this 20 point you can go. Structure is still aggressive, but above here it's better. So let's see the outcome. Price does what? Wicks the high, retests the structure, but never breaks the high of the structure, and then you get pushed back into profit. So the same concept will apply here. If you were to run it above the high, you have that same problem because price is not pushing down straight. We push down, we pull back. We push down, potential pullback, right? Now we just tap the 30 on CFDs. Now it's a question, do we continue? If you are in this trade, you're praying now that it doesn't reject from this, because then you have to make decisions right now, right? If we start to reject from this, you have to make decisions. Do you go break even? Do you hold? What you have to do? Honestly, with 40 seconds, I would personally in this situation wait for the 5-minute candle to close, no doubt. If I lose a bit of money waiting for that, so be it, but I would want to see if we can close below here. If we can close below here, there's a high chance that it should be able to give you, you know. I'm waiting for Sari to pay for my second month. Please don't kick me. I still think I have 2 weeks. No, it doesn't work like that. It's an automated system. You have a couple of days. If it does, you just join back. You can message me. It's just an automated system. Don't worry, you won't be like that. So this would be considered a good close, right? So once it breaks the low, it shouldn't need to come back. That's the way I would treat it. So let's put a line at where 1-to-1 would be. 25. Let's see if it looks like it will give it to you here actually. So let's put a line at where 1-to-1 would be. 25 there. 210. So that's where you'd be paid your 1-to-1. But by now you can be break even, so you're not losing this position. But now we just have to fight with this 15. That's the only problem. So it's either break even or TP. A bit of volume, it will do it. No volume, it will fail. Gold here, look at that, trying now. Trying to see if it wants to. Nice little quick liquidity grab before the 1 hour close will be perfect. How come we're looking for buys when bias on gold is bearish here? Because this is a very impulsive move. So if price wants to bounce from here in London, it can bounce. London is acting a little bit differently. If we study yesterday's London session, we were mostly followed by consolidation bounce. So let me show you yesterday's London session. Monday was around here. Let's go to London. Boom, see? So London session, pre-London moved down, kind of like today. London just ranged, tried some upside, failed, tried some more upside. Right? That's all we did, basically pre-London. We tried, this is basically London session here. So what did we do? We made a high in London and then we pulled back. But from 10:45, like 10 a.m., we just bounced from the bottom of the range. Even though it led into a lower high, which is the same for DAX, for the actual London session, you are just bouncing up. That's what's happening for the actual London session. So if we want to try bounce up, I don't mind. If we're going to now break the lows and continue down, I can try some sells as well. I'm not taking that out the question, but if we just want to play this, remember we're playing with big ranges here. This range here is like 90 pips above there. So let's see if it liquidity grabs and continues up. We got a considerable spike in Dixie. Let's see if we get some volume down. Yeah. It could help. Or that spike could be the one that sends price towards the liquidity grab, and then maybe the spike ends, right? So maybe this starts to pull back now. Yo guys, smash the likes, come on. Appreciate it, man. How do you look for buys at gold when bias is clearly bearish? Yeah, I just explained that. Yeah, I think this Dixie bounce should be pushing DAX down. Yeah, this DAX push down here should also be pushing NASDAQ towards that TP. Yeah. So luckily that volume came in from Dixie here. It's still not there, still not there. I mean, I'd be surprised if it just reverses here and doesn't tap this TP, which would be here. That would be crazy if you're in. Is there a chance? I mean, no, it hasn't tapped a 5, so still should be able to make its way in an ideal world. I'm very surprised we've barely liquidity grabbed this low. See on broker. No, on broker it hasn't liquidity grabbed. Man, that's a little bit annoying actually. I really wanted it to liquidity grab the low. Why would you not take shorts if gold had head and shoulders pattern? As you can see, the shorts are not playing out. This is just the 1 minute just showing us lack of direction. Now the head and shoulder pattern is not. Now it's what's that game when I used to play? It was like a game that had a car and you went up and down the hills. So whatever this pattern is. That's the pattern now. Harry, do you always trade your A+ setups like when you're confident enough, or do you sometimes take risky shots? Plenty of time to take risky shots. You can't only trade A+ setups, otherwise you don't trade. You know, it's not about A+ setup, it's about the analysis and the process you made. What is the process of the day? Yes, hill climb racing. Damn. I remember. Hi Harry, good day. I hope you remember I'm the one who approached you the last time at Dubai Mall when I saw you. Thank you, brother. I do remember you. I do remember you. Alright, so gold might break here finally. 2 minutes for 5 to close. 7 minutes for 15. Fan of the streamer, met in Dubai Mall. I told you can message me. Everyone played that game. It was fun. It was. Don't you think based on positioning it would be better to sell NAS? Yeah, but I mean, it's just giving us a difficult situation to sell NAS, you know? We didn't get 1 hour closes below. How can we trust volume? Again, this is my first session back. I haven't watched what happened yesterday and how everything went back. You know, what's been going on, man. I haven't traded too much. So I just need to get my head in the right space as well, not take anything too fast. Look, we got the liquidity grab on gold, huh? Gold going down, it's just tricky. It is, man. We have to wait. Harry, don't you think when you take risky shots, that's kind of breaking your plan? Not at all. It follows my plan. You can ask the guys in the group. They are aggressive shots, but they have a whole reason behind it. They're not random. Breaking your plan is random. You know, you need to be able to see me trade NY to understand. You need to see me trade. You need to understand what it is to be a trader. Trader is not that type, you know. But people don't take, like, if you really want to take trading seriously, you need to expose yourself to that type of environment. You need to see that. I can explain it here all day, but until you see it, it's not going to make sense. Guys, look, we liquidity grab now. 15 minute can flip in 3 minutes. It's looking good. Nah, still didn't hit 1-to-1 is crazy. That's just crazy. Even DAX didn't get the continuation. It only popped down a little bit here. Look at that. 16 points. Stop loss 37. Not enough. You guys played Tank Trouble? Bro, of course, Tank Trouble. What time you ending the stream? You trade NY too? Yeah, I trade NY as well. I joined the group, Harry the best on NY. Thank you, brother, thank you. Yeah, I trade NYSE. I end the stream, like, depends if there's a setup, but normally after London Open, I see what's going on, and then I trade a little bit with the guys in the group. Till about 30 minutes after London Open, there's sometimes a setup then. Actually, you can take that setup every single day. If you want to be in a trade every single day, but sometimes it's hella boring, that trade. Yeah, the buys on gold, we have the liquidity grab now. We just have to trust it goes up. If we can close above the 5 would be the icing on the cake. If the 1 hour could flip as well, 30-minute would flip. Yeah, we just, come on. Just need a little bit of juice just to get above this 5, and that would be the one. Just to get that 15 bullish. What's your opinion? Did the markets change and get messy due to the war? Yeah, they definitely did change, but we adapt to it. It hasn't made me unprofitable. I would say the London is a little bit harder, but again, NY is just as hard if you didn't know how to adapt. The difference is in NY, I adapt. So if you don't know how to trade NY right now, it's going to be super hard, super impulsive, super fast. You won't understand. But if you know how to catch the impulse, if you know how to follow good positions, then it works, All right, we have London open here in 45 seconds, but this thing is just not flipping here. We tried, but sellers are taking control at the moment. DAX here, NASDAQ, 15-minute support being respected. Harry, can you explain what adapting to the market actually means like? Yeah, basically, it's very simple. You are basing things off, does the market favor continuation? Does it favor pullbacks? Does it favor adjusting your entries into certain ways? Does it favor certain times of entry? Does it favor certain confirmations before entries? You are using those variables that you have and experimenting with those variables into what is it favoring at the moment. Because sometimes markets will favor continuation, sometimes market will favor certain times, sometimes market will favor pullbacks, sometimes market will favor a mix. And when it favors a mix, then your job is to account for that. And that's why having someone around you who is more experienced is going to make your life way easier, because that's what you need to do. That's your job as a trader. Once you have a strategy, once you're profitable, you still need to keep on your toes, because the market changes like this. And that's where most people change strategies and start back from square one. It's not the strategy that needs to be changed. It's just the timing of execution and where you're executing, right? Because if the market you're going to lose in is when the market goes sideways. But if the market is going from point A to point B in a day, there will be a way to enter. And if you have a way to enter that follows your rules and that you can adapt to, then you will make money in that move, right? But if we're doing what gold is doing right now, you can't really make too much money like this when gold from the beginning of London session has just gone sideways on a 1 minute, right? It's unless you're trading from the bottom of the range and then selling here perfectly and then buying again, it's not going to be profitable to make money like this. But when we get something trending, which hopefully now we can start to see NASDAQ start to move and we can start to move our ass, then yeah, then we can actually get something to where you can just follow along with the vibe. USD JPY, oh, very nice liquidity grab. Yeah, that's sick. After that liquidity grab, that excites me a lot. That is amazing liquidity grab. Break of highest high. Yeah, that is nice one. That is your confirmation, man. Massive liquidity. Can't ignore that. That's a good one. 5-minute created support as well. Perfect. They were still talking. It says 7 a.m. here. They should be finished. Yeah, they finished. They finished 10:55. Yeah, they were a little bit talking. Yeah, that's the risk, of course, definitely. That's very true. What would be the top things to know to trade and why these conditions? I've been struggling a bit. Did you watch the because of work? Oh, you can't trade NY because of work. Did you watch in the group the how to trade NY session? I'm just literally using that strategy. There's like in the WOP content, there's a section called NY session trading. I'm literally using that strategy in NY. The only difference I'm doing with that strategy is that I'm moving to break even a little bit faster if I'm going, you know, using the 1 minute strat, right? So with the 1 minute strat, I just push to break even a little bit faster. See what is happening with DAX here after the open. We're at 4-hour support, okay. 45 seconds for the close here. If this closes below 4-hour support, we could have a breakout here on DAX after the open. I don't like the size of the candle, but depending on the top wick, I think I can find an entry here for sells. Depending on the top wick, and just play it aggressive. And see if we can get DAX to collapse a bit here. What's NAS doing? Let's have a look at what NAS is doing. Still not hitting TP. That's what it's doing. How to join exclusive group? From the link in the description, my friend. Will you come to NY session? I'm gonna see how I feel after this, man. I don't want to push it and then get sick again. So if I'm feeling okay, then yes. Harry, what's your car? I just want to know. A Porsche GT3. That's one of my cars. My other car is Nissan Patrol. Those are my two cars. I'll send you the link here just so. There you go. Just watch this video. You can unmute it here. It's good for you. Good information there. Yeah, I should say it the proper way. Porsche. But it just sounds better, Porsche GT3 instead of Porsche GT3. It sounds, but I know it's not the proper way. Is your Patrol one of those sand dune built ones? Yes. 700 horsepower monster, bro. Here we go. This could be a quick sell here. I don't have time. Yeah, I wanted. Just missed. This would be aggressive sell here. Break of 1 minute low. But you have to go break even pretty fast. But this is, I didn't have time to prepare. I think maybe if this snaps back up, I would be out break even anyways. So it's not that important. So we can see if we can find. I just wish the 5 closed below. That's the confirmation in this trade. But we just failed to close the 5 below. I got in, then B. It makes sense, but we could have another entry on the 5, so I'm just preparing it in case. Let's see. We might lose it. It might just push very heavily. We have a little bit of range left. If we lose this range, it's going to be done. Yeah, I think we lost the range. Yeah, we lost the range on the 1 minute. I was going to say if we close here, that's our sell. We can take a sell. Now, the problem is we just have to run negative risk to reward. I mean, I could have just taken a sell break of this low here, put stupid big stop loss, but I don't like running big stop losses for no reason. But I want to be short on DAX. That's clear to me. Super clear to me. Yeah, it's done. Nice see DAX moving like that though. Yeah, that's what I mean. After open, it's different now. You can't look at it. You see how much it manipulated before open? Like get people involved in buys and all that bullshit. But now after open, at least we're seeing. I mean, it would be a completely different story as well if we got the 5 to close below here. Then we can just sell that 5 as well and keep it simple. I think the 1 minute was a good one as well. But again, just a little bit difficult with entry. Now it's about, do I trust a wick fill, right? That's the question right now. Do I trust a wick fill? I'm not too worried about 1 5-minute support. We don't have it on the 15. I feel like we could fill this 15-minute range. But again, I don't want to jump into anything too quick. Gold is just being a mess. Don't touch gold right now. Gonna lose money on gold. NASDAQ is being a little bit tricky as well. It's not pushing down. Let's see this retracement here on DAX. We have a little bit of a chance soon. Let's see if we can retrace back up into the high. We sell setup 2. We do have a chance. We are getting a bit of a bounce, so a little bit relief can give us a better entry than our first entry. We don't know, it's not guaranteed, but something like this. Copper drop. Yeah, it's nice, man. Full black, can't go wrong. Alright, nice retest we have on 1 minute. This 1 minute candle closes 37 seconds. If we don't break this low and fly, there's an entry option here. If we break the low and fly, we can't do anything. No 4 more entries. No 4 more entries. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop. We're running out of range. We have the 15 very close. Yeah, let's just leave that. Gold, my god, man. Gold is just ranging. But you can see how much better DAX is. I'm very surprised NAS is not following through. I'm glad we didn't try DJ. Yeah, DAX could drop here, right? That's what I wanted to be short, man. I think this was the entry here and you hold through the pullback. 1 minute candle close in the range, you cut it. But remember guys, I'm just getting back into DAX. So it's not a big deal. DAX had very bad losing rate, guys. We had to adapt how to trade DAX. If you look at all DAX trades, DAX loss, DAX break even, DAX break even, DAX break even, DAX loss, DAX win, barely any positions, DAX break even, not paying you, DAX loss, DAX loss, DAX break even, DAX loss. You see that, guys? So really, even since last, it's really been reversing here. So I've been studying DAX and I found a way to make money on it, which was kind of the one today where I showed you that, but I'm just still making sure I know what I'm doing, as any good trader would do, right? You have to make sure, because I'm not a trader. Like DAX is easy to trade and I could have made money if I take positions where maybe I short here like this, I put stop loss above the range and manage accordingly, you know? But I'm not a trader who likes to just play with stop loss. I like to have my stop loss set so that I don't lose more than I should do. Right? Anyways, I have to call the session. Only one trade I see today, which was DAX. That's the only trade I see today. NASDAQ is an option, but still hasn't hit TP. Right? NASDAQ was less range. But NASDAQ, I think, you know, eventually, I mean, it would have tapped you break even on NASDAQ. So break even on NASDAQ, DAX, beautiful actually. But again, you need to be a little bit more confident with that, which I'm working on, because I don't want to start losing. Look how much it was losing here. We have the data, right? Compared to other assets, that's winning me, okay? So, with that being said, we'll pick it up from tomorrow. Just overcoming this flu. We'll be back stronger. And then we'll be back in full action. And then yeah, I'm gonna trade NY today. NY being fun. Appreciate you guys showing up to stream. Please do show up. We're gonna have some good trades soon now that I'm adapting and stuff like that. And yeah, take care all. Speak soon and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right, peace. Cheers, guys.